Who was on the floor last night? LeBron James and the Lakers taking on the Mavericks, and LeBron would tweet before the start of the game, time to begin prepping for my night out on the town, a.k.a. the stage. And he looked awfully good. Early first quarter, look at the Lakers here. That's LeBron getting in the lane. A nice little dish for JaVale McGee. Great look from the league leader in assists. Before the end of the first quarter, now Lakers are up by 4. That's Dion Waiters. His name was trending last night. He had 9 points in his Laker debut. Mavs down a deuce in the second. Luka Doncic. Why give it up when you can just do this all by yourself? Taking it strong here, scored 14 points in 16 minutes. Still in the second, Lakers are up 3. LeBron, look at the behind the back, working his way into the lane. That's up and good. Lakers up a deuce. We're late in the half now. Lakers lead is 6. That's LeBron. That's Dwight Howard. Lakers firing on all cylinders. Less than a minute to go. Now in the first half, the Lakers were leading up by 11. We got LeBron with an errant alley-oop. We got LeBron with liftoff. 12 points in 15 minutes for LeBron James. He wouldn't play in the second half. J.R. Smith would, however. Yeah, there's J.R. J.R. would score 6. His first bucket since 2018. Mavs would go on to win the game 108-104. But good to see these stars back on the floor. And speaking of stars on the floor, Giannis Antetokounmpo playing last night for the Bucks, and he certainly doesn't look like he missed a beat. He would score 22 points in 21 minutes as the Bucks would beat San Antonio easily last night. He was 9 of 13 from the floor, but there was a lot of conversation about Giannis yesterday, and Kendrick Perkins was in the middle of a bunch of it, and he joins us this morning along with Zach Lowe. Good morning, guys. And Kendrick, I will start with you. What do you believe we need to see from the Milwaukee Bucks this summer to assure that their future goes the way they want it to go?
Well, listen, Greeny, with the Milwaukee Bucks, with them having the best record both in two seasons in a row, they have to make it to the NBA Finals. If they don't make it to the NBA Finals, it's a failed season and it's a bust season for them. And they're going to have concerns for signing Giannis to a long-term extension. When you go back and look in 2009, 2010 with LeBron James, he had the best record in the league both years, but he failed to make it to the finals, and what he did, he went and joined the Miami Heat. So if I'm the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm worried, because if I don't make it to the finals this year, it's a bust season, and their chances on losing Giannis is very high.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot more of that conversation out there, Zach, and these are obviously such unusual circumstances and times. What is the sense you're getting from around the league about the situation involving the Bucks and Giannis long term?
I agree with Perk. I can't believe it. What a good morning. I think the Bucks have to make the finals to sort of assuage these. To sort of assuage these questions. You know, the Bucks have the best record in the league again. And look, the Bucks have quietly, and this happens to a lot of teams with great players, they've quietly transformed from a younger team into a win-now team. Chris Middleton is 28. Brook Lopez is 30. Eric Bledsoe is 30. Like, this team has to win now. And if Giannis at the end of this can't look around and say, I can win the championship with this group, I just think that's a problem for the Bucks. I'm not saying he leaves because of that, but that certainly tilts the equation a little bit.
Perk, let me ask you this. Some will say the league is better when a star of this magnitude is in a market like Milwaukee, and others will feel the opposite. They think that the league is better off if the biggest stars are in the biggest cities and the most glamorous teams. Where do you fall on that? What do you think is best for the NBA long term?
Well, it's hard because, I mean, you know, you want the smaller markets to do well. You want them to generate revenue. You want them to get TV time. But for us putting yourself in the player's shoes, you want to hit a bigger market. Look at Anthony Davis leaving the New Orleans Pelicans and joining the Lakers. If you ask him, he's probably made over $10 to $12 million off the court alone, at least just being in a bigger market. Is it better for the league? No, but is it better for the individual player? Absolutely.
Where do you fall on that, Zach Lowe?
I think it depends on the player, and everything we've heard about Giannis is that he loves Milwaukee, and I hate this conversation for just the sake of Milwaukee fans who can't even enjoy this for 1 second because they have to hear all this speculation. It's because of the contract. It's because of reality. The other thing is, small market, big market, whatever, I do think there is something about a guy staying in any market for his entire career. When Dirk Nowitzki won a championship, it meant a little bit more to the average NBA fan, to his team, to his city, because he stuck it out in Dallas, which is a big market, not a small one. So I kind of like when guys, it's a magical story when guys stick around in one market. It just is.
I agree. And if the league isn't better off having Giannis in Milwaukee, then why is there a team in Milwaukee? A fence or a chain link fence? Again, something is only as strong as its weakest link. I've lost track of what that something is. But whatever it is, it means Giannis should stay in Milwaukee.